welcome to Maker Conversations. I'm your host, Tiff Marchand from NIGHTCARVER Designs, and today on the show I have Amanda from Chic Carving. I've gotten to know Amanda over the years from following her as the social media person on Sabretooth's account. I get to see a ton of different artists out there, and I've just been watching her skills grow over the years. She's a badass, and I really want to get to know her a little bit more. So if you're into carving, we definitely touch on that. We love it, and I hope you enjoy it. This show is sponsored by Sabretooth.com. It is where you want to go for all of your amazing power carving tools. You can use NIGHTCARVER 10 in all caps to get 10% off. All right, on with the show.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I use my computer like twice a year. This should work. Not so much.
This is a way cooler view, though. We've got the fireplace and everything. So,
Oh, yeah. This is probably that's my favorite room of the house.
yeah.
So I
Is your
just
phone?
sit there.
Do you have your phone? Oh, like a place you can put your phone? I don't want to make you hold it this whole time. That would be awful. So
Like
take a
this.
moment and get set up. Like, don't. We're not in a rush.
That'd be better.
Yeah. I was like, you will be in so much pain by the end of this, because the whole time you're just like,
Used to a saw though, so that's not quite as bad.
true. You've got training and holding things. You're pretty good here.
Saws, kids, only drop one or the other here and there.
That's good. Your records are good then. Oh my God. When you told me you had 4 kids, I was like, damn, I'm like struggling with 2. I can't even imagine. But people always say like after the 3rd one, it's like whatever. But I don't think so. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, that's so not true. So not true.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
mine are really far apart. So not really far. My oldest is, how old is he? He's 16, almost 17, and my
Okay.
youngest is 5. So there's a pretty big
That's a
gap. So my
range.
older, yeah. So my older 2 were only 13 months apart. So they're like mini adults right now. Mini adults. They're both 6'2", so they're not mini, but. And then I have my little ones, so it's like 2 sets. And so in some ways, yeah, it's easier. In some ways, yeah, it's not remotely.
You're dealing with a lot of different emotions all day and different
Yeah.
parts of life. Like that's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, my kids are great though.
That's
Super
good.
proud of all of them. So
I love it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad we're finally doing this. I know we both have like crazy schedules. And so like it's so nice to be able to like make that time. What has your day been like so far already? Are you taking a chill day today, or did you already get into some
oh
stuff?
man, well, I'm debating. It's only 9 a.m. here.
Okay.
So
I figured it's early. Yeah.
yeah, I just got my last 2 off to school and I'm debating what I should do. I dislocated my arm a few days ago.
Oh,
So it's still kind of angry with me. So, but I need to get to work. I mean, I need to work. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll finish my coffee and this, then I'll see how I'm feeling. Maybe I'll go grocery shopping. Maybe I'll watch TV. I haven't decided.
I already did the grocery shop. It was rough. I did not want to do that today because it slowed like all my like to-do list goals just went out the window. Just throw them away because like it's like, oh, it's not that bad. It only take an hour. No, it ends up being like a 2-hour ordeal, and it's just like, oh,
Oh, minimum. I live 30 minutes away from town. I don't like town. I'm a homebody.
yeah,
So if my older kids drive now and they go to school in town, so I'll order groceries online and have them pick them up on the way home, or I have them
yeah.
delivered.
Go,
I'm like,
mom.
I just hate grocery shopping. I would prefer to spend my life doing the things that I love. Grocery shopping, not on that list. So
She is firm about this. I love it. So as I always do for all the podcasts, I stalk the person a little bit before we get on the call, just because I want to know like a little bit about your history. And you've been doing this since at least 2017, it looks like.
mhm.
I'm kind of curious of the whole backstory. Like, what did you do before you did this? Or is it something that you've always just been doing?
No, I did start in 2017. I have a bit of an artistic background just with, I mean, I love painting. My high school was really supportive of the arts type stuff. So
Awesome.
my senior year, I think I had 8 art classes. So Like
Yes.
I love art.
I
But
did that
decided
too.
that
I did like all the hard stuff in the beginning, and then I just like loaded my senior year of like photography, like
Mhm.
painting, drawing
Yeah,
too, whatever classes I could fill in there. I'm like, yes, give them all to me.
yeah, I mean, it was all painting and choir, basically. I'm a bit of a nerd.
That's all right.
And then pretty quickly after high school, I got married and whatnot. I did some college, not enough to go anywhere, had kids right away. And it was kind of always there. Like I saw carvings here and there when I moved to Fairbanks. The World Ice Art Competition is here. And I
Okay.
went to it and went, that is amazing. I mean, these carvings are just
What
insane.
is this
You know,
whole thing?
it's the it's the World Ice Art Competition. And it just wrapped up again, and there's amazing carvers from all over the world that come. So I saw it and I was like, that's great. I would love to do that someday. But at the time, I had a 3 month old and a 1 year old, and
Mm.
good luck doing anything but breathing when
I
you have kids
I
that
understand.
young.
I have twins. I never won't have the separation, but yeah. So
I think they're close enough. It's like twins.
yeah,
But
it's a struggle. Just try and do anything when
yeah.
your kids are young. Like my escape was going to the garage. Like that's as far as I could get away.
Yeah. And my husband and I were always, we bought a house young, we remodeled, we were always busy. So I never touched anything. I thought about it. And then I want to say Carver Kings or something came on. And I was like, that's really cool. I would
Yes.
love to try that. My husband bought me a chainsaw, and then it sat on the shelf for 5 years. I think he used it for firewood, but I just didn't get to it. And he was out moose hunting in September of 2017. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this just for fun. So I went on YouTube and I found a bunch of like time lapse videos of
Mm-hmm.
bears to try to, like, I don't even know where to start on this. Not to mention I don't know how to use a chainsaw at all. Like, I can
Totally get
start
that.
it.
Yeah.
I've cut wood once. So I looked through a ton of videos. I found two that I really liked for steps. And one of them, the bear looked like a pig at the end. Not a bear, but you could tell that's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then, so I thought I picked the other one where the bear looked like a bear. And I spent days, like, do the step, watch the video again, do the step, watch the video again. It took me like 6 tanks of gas to get through my first bear.
Just letting
I was
that
like,
thing running.
oh man, oh, it's so bad. And I was so slow. Fortunately, things have sped up. And I put it on Facebook, as you do, back in
Mm-hmm.
2017. And I had a bunch of good responses from it. Um, and I was like, oh, I had a lot of people say, you could do this like for a living. I'm like, that would be great. But yeah, we'll see. So I did another one, and I had a friend that sold that one within me doing, or I had finished it and he had sold it within like a day. I was like,
Amazing.
okay, well, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So I
Good
did
friend.
another one, and same thing. He sold it within a couple like hours or days. It was really slow. And I had another friend that's like, hey, any chainsaw carver knows the water bucket pouring carving that went viral for a while. There's a few that we all get tagged in, we get sent, and it's just a bucket that looks suspended, the water flowing out of it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
He's like, time to step up your game. So my fourth carving, I did that, and it sold. Same thing. It's like, man, I think I might try this. And by this point, it's beginning of November. So I've been doing it 2 months. I've made four things. I put an ad on Facebook. I was like, hey, here's a couple of my not so very great carvings. I'll sell them. And within the day, I had over 60 orders.
Oh my goodness.
So I had a really accidental business. Um,
You're
and
just in a perfect area too for that, I feel. Like, you know what I mean? Like you have that advantage of your clientele is all around you. They all want that. Like, I'm assuming it was local.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, it all local. I very rarely ship because it's a pain
Well,
to
you're in
ship.
Alaska. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll have people call and they're like, "Hey, I want this." I'm like, "Okay, but shipping's gonna hurt." Oddly enough, the big things don't. I mean, they're not cheap to ship. I've shipped a life-size caribou to New York, and I mean, it was not cheap to ship, but in comparison, like I ship a 2 foot tall bear to Louisiana. It's $150, $190.
Yeah.
That's hard to make it worth it when there's that many carvers down there that are amazing.
Yep.
So
No, you got to use that local market when you're making big things like this too. Like, otherwise, you're creating all day. I mean, you might still have to for even if it's like local-ish, but you know what I mean? But that's
yeah.
incredible. Like, so when that happened, how did you respond? Like, were you able to produce those orders? Like, did you make
Yep,
the
I
you know make the
was.
time and everything? That's amazing.
Yeah, I did. And in the meantime, I found out I was pregnant. So I finished up like all those orders and I was done. Because, starting baby stuff again, it's like, man, I don't have time for this. And I found out I was pregnant with my fourth one. And it was, I quit for another year after he was, well, from the time I didn't feel safe to carve anymore,
Yep.
chain comes off and slaps you in the belly. You know,
Mm-hmm.
things change. So yeah, I took a year off then, and then I picked things back up again. And I've been very fortunate with, um, I don't have competition near me. There's a couple people that kind of carve here and there, but not really. And then, so the closest carver really is over 300 miles away.
That's
So I
nice.
have the
Yeah.
pointer on the market. Oh, it's amazing. And Fairbanks is very artist friendly. So I'm very fortunate on that front because, chainsaw carvings are not a necessity at
No,
all.
no,
They're
it's a luxury.
completely frivolous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I pretty much consistently stay 6 months to a year out on orders. So I'm very fortunate to have the support that I do from the community for, a commodity.
I love that. And I just like so excited for you. Like, that's so cool to be able to come out, have it be a hit, be able to take that time off to have your kid, but then be able to hop back on and still have consistent business. Like, that is the dream, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. I do always have consistent business and I've taken a lot of time off here and there. I did start in 2017, but altogether I've only been carving about 3 years of that. I've taken a lot of time off for injuries or we built a house or having a baby,
Mm-hmm.
and people are always there. So yeah, very, very fortunate.
That's cool. Yeah, well, you found a career that lets you fit your life around it, which
Yeah.
is huge.
Yeah. I on all my invoices, it's at the bottom, it's, thank you for helping me live a life I love. And that's exactly
I
what it is.
love that. One second. Sorry. Somebody called me and it kicked my screen off, and I don't even know where you are. Where did she go? I can't see her anymore. That's unfortunate. Aha, found you. I'm like, man, that's the one thing about having like your phone connected to your computer and stuff. Everything syncs perfectly. But if somebody calls you, it's like, no, it literally just
Yeah.
took Zoom and it's like, shh.
Technology's a love hate.
It became the thing I needed to get out of my day job. It's like once I got like a smartphone, it was over. Like, goodbye day job. I was like, this thing brought me to a whole new world. So it did help me in that facet. But now I have a new phone that's just going off like crazy over here now. Here we go. Let's just shut everything off.
We're
I
not
gotta
live, it's all right.
exactly. Oh, I know. Even if it was live, I've gotten to the point now that I've gotten comfortable with it. I'm just like, well, this is life.
Yeah, there's entirely too much perfection anymore. And not that when I screw things up, I don't really post it, but
Oh,
you
so you're
know,
just adding to it and then shaming everybody else.
oh yeah, because why not? My life is absolutely perfect. Everyone should know
And
that.
seamless.
Absolutely. 4 kids, life, and a husband, and no problems anywhere ever.
Never. You didn't probably have like 3 meltdowns this morning. It's fine. It's fine.
I think I only had to tell the 5-year-old 9 times to get out of bed. So, it
See?
was good
It's a
morning.
good
Good
day.
morning.
Yeah. And then the socks didn't
It's
fit
not vodka
right.
in
And
this
then
coffee.
anyone listening who has kids completely understands. Like, I, we don't share all that stuff. I mean, it would be awful. You already have to live through it once. Why have to live through it again, sharing it?
Well, and I'm not a mommy blog. If I was, I probably wouldn't be overly popular. I'm a little old fashioned on stuff.
You could
Like
probably, you
I
probably be
gentle
viral.
parent until yeah, I don't know about that.
Today's struggles.
Oh yeah. Oh man, my kids they're great, but they're also a handful, I tell you what.
It's a
Not the
lot.
older
It's a
ones, the
lot.
older two are angels. The younger two can be. But 5-year-olds and 8-year-olds they're learning their boundaries.
Oh yes, I have twins who are
I'll
8. So
Oh yeah, so you get it. And so yeah, I'm coping, surviving.
it's an emotional
Hopefully.
time because they're like developing all these feelings. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Can I
Yes.
can I get away with this? No.
Yeah.
Can I try to get away with this again? No. But I'm gonna try again.
Exactly.
No, stop it.
Yes, that about summarizes 8-year-olds. Oh, there you got it. You've been through this a time or two.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, they're great kids. It's
So
fun when they turn out.
right. And you actually see like all the stuff that you put in, all the efforts come and like turn out to something. And you're like, oh yeah, I did help develop you into a
Yeah,
good person.
yeah. So far, we're doing good so far. Hopefully it stays that way.
So I was gonna ask, for when you were like just starting out and stuff, you went and you started posting right away. Were you posting on Instagram before that? Or is that like, I'm gonna try both of these things for the first time?
I just posted on Facebook Marketplace. I posted
Okay,
one
so straight
ad.
to the
That was
marketplace.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I might get 2 or 3. I might be able to make a couple bucks. And yeah, I did well. It was just the one. And I don't know when I started Instagram. I think it was after I decided to actually set up the business and
Hmm.
go through. You can see my massive gaps of anything because I'm not good at social media. I get a lot of, you should do videos on YouTube or time lapse. You know what? I've tried that. And I suck at anything technological. Like
Well, you
I've
have
tried
such
like,
a fun personality. I think it would totally come through with it though. Like, you probably should do that.
oh man,
You
I
said you have
am
a
not,
16-year-olds, right? I mean, you have a
yeah,
camera crew. I'm just saying.
yeah. And they're great. My oldest son, Ryland, he is really into, I mean, his 3D printer, and I ordered a laser engraver thing that does all
Mhm.
sorts of things that I don't really know what at all it'll do, but I have one because I got tired of carving signs and whatnot. I tell you what, I got it out of the box. I was like, all right, there are directions. I don't know how to put this thing
What did you
together
get?
at all. It's I don't even know how to, it's an
Like a
NEJE.
like a
It's a
diode laser, like a
I
tabletop?
think so. I don't Oh, it's right there. I've been
Yes.
doing taxes, so my piano is a mess. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You got a diode laser. Okay. Yeah, no,
And
you could definitely do some stuff with that.
and I make signs and that's it, nothing fancy. And yeah, so I had them put it together. I was like, this is why you have kids to put together things you don't know
But
how.
I'm saying, get those kids with their film crew, have them film you with their phones and edit it. It'll take them
And they
like a
were,
couple hours and you'd be like, oh,
yeah, I'd be 6 months in and still wouldn't know how to get it going, but they're so busy with their stuff that
that's so cute.
I
Yeah.
just
Pay those kids. Listen, now it's a job. Go.
I I do. I'm like, I don't feel like cleaning up sawdust today. Here you go. Here's some money, tax write-off. I get to do what I like. You get money.
Exactly. To say you had to learn all of that. Like, did you go to school for business or is that all just again things that you learned as you went?
Just learned as I went. And a lot of Googling. Thank goodness for the internet and TurboTax. I did not go to, just did some generals at Christian college down in Wyoming. And it wasn't a good fit. I didn't stay there long and was looking at going into nursing or being a paramedic or medical field type thing. And that's a really hard schedule to have with kids. So I shied away from it. I did end up going into the medical field after my third kid was, no, before my third kid was born. Everything's a blur, and absolutely loved it. But I was gone from my kids all the time, and my husband's schedule was not conducive to both of us working because we had 4 days off a month together, which sucks.
Yeah.
And he's gone 14 hours a day, and it was absolutely horrible on that aspect. And so that was also why I wanted to find something I can do as I want to. I have 3 kids in hockey. My oldest one was on 2 teams this year, so that's over 40
Wow.
hours a week at the rink. And my daughter is in competition rifle, and she's going to nationals, and that's 5 days a week. And so I can't work, and I can't work a normal job
Mm-hmm.
and give my kids the life that I want to be able to give them and make money at the same time. Because if anyone's paid for daycare, they know that you might as well not work.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. I find myself in the same predicament where I'm just like, how do I define, like, if I get a job, like a day job again, because I used to do it and we'd make it work and we somehow made it through those years. But once I quit my job, I was like, I don't know how we'd make this work again. Cause like now his parents are older that were helping us. And now that's kind of aged out of things of a possibility. So I'm definitely
Mm-hmm.
finding my way like through that too, is like, you got to just find different avenues to bring money. And like, I've just released templates to try to bring that in. So like, okay, let me
I saw
sell some
that.
templates so that way I can make money either with no work at all, like the digital ones, or with using my laser and making that make me money again. So like, use the tools that
A
I have
very
around me.
passive, yeah, and it's
Yeah.
passive type income. I
Mhm.
haven't gotten that far in life. You're smart.
It took me long enough to finally do it though, because I was doing other things to make money to get through it. You know what I mean? Like it's always like been on the
Mm-hmm.
back burner. I have this whole big project that I can't get to, but I am getting to it this week. I'm just gonna have to make time for it. That I've been working. It's like the reason I quit my job. And again, just like juggling or unexpected house expenses, or hey, I actually want to build a deck on my house. So that's gonna take me out of commission for 2 months. Like, it's
Oh
like
yeah,
those
yeah.
things that come up.
My house still doesn't have a porch. I've been living in my house 2 years, but I haven't put my porch on yet. I'll get there one day.
One day you'll be able to sit out there and enjoy.
Yeah, well, right now I live on the river, and so now I just sit here and in my kitchen nook and drink my coffee and watch the river when it's not frozen. Still winter, so still frozen, but yeah. The one day the porch will be great. While I'll just enjoy my porch with the mosquitoes and
Well, that's what it like. So now we're off topic of making at all, but who cares? Let's talk about decks for a second. I also live on a body of water, though it be small. I have a pond out there. So my big goal last year, which took me out, like I literally couldn't get any projects done. I remodeled our deck and I put in a screened porch. So that way we wouldn't have to deal with the mosquitoes because of the water and the land. Like it just is a haven for it. So yeah,
oh yeah,
that was my
yeah.
big goal. I was like, I need this done because I've been here for 14 years. So it's like, it's been like that project that's just been killing me.
Yeah, I've just come to terms with mosquitoes. They're our state bird. So I'm all right with I mean, if they leave me alone, I'll leave them alone. But they don't leave me alone. So
Exactly. That's why we bought like sliding doors that have screens on it and stuff. So that way we
yeah,
can still
smart.
see our view because, you don't want to lose your view. But it's
Hmm.
like, I'm done with you, mosquitoes. I'm done.
Yeah.
So you said YouTube like taught you everything that you knew, just kind of continuously like following those instructions or,
I only watched the one video. Um,
oh.
and after that, I just I look at pictures and go. There weren't a lot of good instructional videos and whatnot back then, or I didn't know how to find them, one of the two. Since then, like Ryan Cook has put up a bunch of really great videos. I haven't used them myself, but I know they exist. I have 9 million pictures and watch videos, and I move on frames if I need a certain angle, because I mean a lot of what I do is animals, and my goal is to try to get more movement in them, because it's a dog sitting, a bear holding a sign. Like, I want more movement and more feel and whatnot in them. And the first up until a year ago, I hadn't made, other than those first 4 carvings that I did, I had never made a carving just because every single one was in order. And it was always a bear because I hadn't done anything else.
Yep.
And here and there, dog or little things like that. And people would say, hey, have you ever done this? No, I haven't. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I
They get
don't
frightened.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then last December, January, I was like, you know what? I want to carve a muskox. And they're just oddest looking animals ever, but
They
they're
are.
really cool. And yeah, so I found one picture of a muskox running. I was like, I want to do this. And I carved it, and that's when my business really exploded as far as getting to do things I had never done before, because people would say, hey, have you done this? No. Oh, that's all right. Okay, sweet. So, now in the last year, because that's really as long as I've been able to work full time. My well, kind of. I like rabbit trails, but my husband, we had finished our house for the most part. We still have trim and all that fun stuff here and there that we'll finish when we move out. And
naturally, you gotta have it look good for the next person.
yeah. And so we a year ago I started that. And yeah, things just blew up into things that I got to do for fun. And now I've done, all of maybe 4 or 5 sign bears in the last year. And I think this last 6 months ago, I finally hit like the 100th thing I had carved, even though I've been doing this for 6 years. So yeah, it's been a really fun year getting to do all sorts of just odd things that I never thought I would get to do, or even thought of, for that matter.
I love that. I've been talking to another maker about that. I don't know if you know who Leah is from Parker Place Woodworks, but she wanted to make a hand chair. Like, that had just been something that she was thinking about forever. And she's like, I just want to do it. Like, because we were talking, like, we're going to be in a contest together. And I told her, I just went big, so I don't want to go too big. She goes, I got you. I'll take the big one. Like, I'll make this contest exciting and I'll make something big. I'm like, cool. And she did it. And then now she's making another one because somebody bought it and they wanted the other hand. So now she's not only made her dream carving, now she gets to make another one on the other hand. Like how cool is that to just say, like, I'm gonna finally do something for me, and then it opens up all these doors.
Oh, it really does. It's amazing. And sometimes it's scary because I'll get an order. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how I'm going to do that. And I don't think I really know what I'm doing still. Sometimes, or it just seems to work out. I don't know how or why, but it seems to. So that's just my little secret. I don't actually know what I'm doing.
You must be somebody, though, who is not satisfied until it looks how you want it to look. Like, you must continue. Yeah, exactly. I figured. Like, that's how it gets to where it needs to be, because you're not going to let it not.
Yeah. And there's a lot of, I could keep going on this for another 20 hours, but nobody's going to know it but me. And it's just, and I'm like, I'm way over budget, but I can't do the amount of animals that are missing body parts that, like, the first muskox I did doesn't have ears.
No. I
Just
want to
doesn't
go
have
see
them.
now. I want to go
Yeah.
look.
Yeah. Morty the muskox does not have ears. Has anyone noticed? No. Like some birds I've done don't have the right number of toes. Like oh, well, but people don't notice. So yeah, if you look close at a lot of my stuff, things aren't right, but it's art, right? It's artistic expression.
That's so funny. You're like, and it looks good.
Yeah, I'm like, no
No
one's
one will
gonna
see
notice
it.
but me.
No, no.
Yeah,
I have that problem. Is like you were saying though, is there's a budget, right? And there's only a amount of hours that you can put into something. And then there's your own self who can't let things go. And it's like a battle of like, when do I stop? Because I can't keep putting hours into this because they didn't pay for that. If they,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like there's like certain levels. If people agree on like, this is as far as I could go, well, then it's like, oh, this is as
yeah.
far as I can go.
Yeah, it is. And I always give my price up front. I never say, well, it depends on how many hours I end up putting into it. I don't do that because, well, for one, people want to know how much they're going to be spending at the end of the day
Hmm.
for, you know, what I'm doing. And then also, here, what am I looking at? 2 years ago now? I got into that accident and I got a bunch of brain damage and I'm still not totally right from it. So, I can have, just for instance, two different sign bearers, the exact same thing. And one will take me 4 to 5 times as long as the other one, because sometimes things just don't connect like I know they should.
Hmm.
So I have to, I have to put in the time. I have to put in the quality for what people are paying for, but sometimes things just still don't connect for me and it takes me a lot longer. And that, it is just is what it is.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I think I remember you talking about that. That was how long ago?
It would be 3 years ago this June. Yeah, June 30th, I think.
And that's crazy. Yeah, like you're saying, like one could boom, 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 you get it done, and the other one, you're just like, this is not happening. Like,
Yep, or really slow. So if you look through the progression of my bears over the years, they change a lot. And it's because I'm relearning it every time.
mm,
Because I just would lose it. I would have no recollection of how to do it. For a long time, at least a year after I would have seizures, absent seizures. I'm not
wild.
on the ground, but it really changed my brain a lot. I'm getting a lot better, but it really, really changed how I am able to work. On the upside, my carvings have gotten way better. And my doctor told me it's because um, I lost brain function in one part that made me overthink things. So basically, I lost intelligence. And I'm just able to roll with it,
That's
and
so
not overthink
funny.
things. And I'm like, well, I guess there's some benefit to some brain death,
You
you
know,
know, silver
s-
linings.
overthinking can destroy it. It really, I suffer from it. Like, we sure we all do. It's just like
Mhm.
you get in your head and it does block you. So that's interesting.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so I guess great things for me, but it's so
You didn't need
strange.
that part.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, that
fine.
I don't need memory. Who cares about memory?
I lost that a long time ago. You're fine. I'll be fine. It's all good. That's cool. So, all right. So that was one of the ones that you really wanted to carve. Is there something else that you want to push yourself to? Like, what's the next step as you're relearning these things, as you're learning new techniques? Like, what's your goal for your
Oh,
next big item?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm fortunate that I get people that come to me and they say, "Hey, what do you want to make? What have you never made that you want to make?" I'm like, "Ooh, let's see. Well, I want to make, like, the mammoth was this way." She said, "This is my budget. What are some things you really want to make that you've never made before?" And I was like, "Ooh, I want to do a mammoth." She said, "Okay, have fun." What?
Heck yeah.
Really? She's like, here's the money, here's your budget, go have fun. I love you. You are my favorite person ever.
And that's who
So
gets a little extra work right there. Cause you
yeah, and she definitely go, a way better deal than, and after some of that too, you learn, oh, I have to start charging more because I put way more into
Yeah.
that than I quoted, or I just have too much fun with it and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. So I I don't actually have anything on my list right now that I'm like, ooh, I want to make that. Because I have a lot of really, really fun carbs coming up. A little while ago, I was like, I'd really like to carve a person. And I've done a wood spirit face and I've done a Sasquatch, but
Mm-hmm.
not like really getting into it. I have sculpted some people in the past, but not like really, really carving. And then all of a sudden, I have all these people carvings I have to do. And so I have two life-size people, pretty important people from the Fairbanks history that I'll have done in the next couple months. But
Very cool. Yeah, I can see
there's,
why you don't have a dream project. You have all these dream projects coming up
yeah,
already.
yeah, I've got, oh man, I don't, brain damage. I don't remember everything I have coming up, but it's just a whole list of things that are just going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to learn stuff with all of them because you always do. And I'm going to decide I need 19 more tools for every single one of them. And so, I don't have anything specific that I want to do. I have stuff I want to do for me, but not a list. Or if I have a client that's kind of not sure what they want, I'll kind of sort of steer them towards something I would love doing because people get better products
Mm-hmm.
if I want to do it. You get some that are just, yay.
I've
I
had
mean,
some
thanks for paying
odd
my
things.
mortgage,
Yes.
but this isn't fun for me. You get a lot better product when I'm really loving doing it, not because I don't care. It's just, I think love shows in art.
Mm-hmm. No, it 100% does. If you're not inspired, it's not going to come up as good. And
Hmm.
I actually stopped taking commissions because I was just like, I can't. Like I'm not Irish, and I was getting so many Irish like sign requests and stuff, and I'm just like,
Hmm.
it's fine, it's cool, but I like felt like I was so immersed in it, and then it was like baby signs and like, just like things that I was like, this okay.
Yeah, you do commissions if you're really needing the money, but if you're selling
Yes,
stuff without doing that, do what you love.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, that's why I started painting this kind of stuff because I'm like, that's what I really want to make. Like,
Hmm.
that's the fun stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I'll take commissions as long as it's something cool.
I just want to take a quick moment to thank the sponsor of the show, Sabertooth Power Carving. They're the best bits on the market. At least I think so. And so do a lot of other carvers out there. So if you want to go ahead and make a purchase, you can use NIGHTCARVER10 in all caps and save 10% off your purchase. Now, we actually just started diving in on this conversation about the maker community and the carving world and how people are so great about sharing their tips and tricks, and about a few other carvers that we've been following that do amazing things, including RT Torres. So check them out on Instagram and all the other social media channels. I cut that part out of the conversation because unless you are obsessed with carving like myself, it probably would bore you. So we're going to go ahead now and dive back in as we're talking about community. I hope you're enjoying the show.
And I love though that the carver community is very much like the maker community. I mean, they're one and the same. They're makers too. But like
Hmm.
it's just so refreshing to hear those things. I know like I was scrolling your page, I saw your post of like, if you're not carving butterflies with saber tooth, then what are you doing? Like you've probably learned that from somebody else of like, use this tool, it's gonna get through it faster for you. Like those little tips make such a difference in a person's day.
Hmm. Well, Sabertooth, actually, I accidentally fell in love with them. Um, they were, let's see, I don't remember where I first saw them. Maybe I ordered a bit
Carver
on
Kings,
accident.
probably. That's where I first saw them.
Maybe, maybe it might have been Ryan Cook
Hmm.
that told me about it first. You know what? I think it was actually.
It's where I
I
learned
saw
about
him,
them. I watched that show and I was like, this show is so cool. What are they using? You
yeah,
know?
and that has to be where I heard it. So I ordered like, two bits because I'm like
Yeah.
$25, like,
Oh my
oh,
God.
like,
Yeah.
worth it. worth it, completely worth it. And so I got a hold of them. I was like, hey, do you guys do it like a program or something? Like, I would love to work with you guys. Um, Partially because yes, everyone likes free things. On the other hand, I love the products. I've been approached several times. Hey, would you, use these things? No, no, I won't. And even when I love the product, I still feel a little guilty pushing it just because I don't want to look like I'm just getting paid for a product and I'm not. But anyway, another rabbit trail. And they're like, you know what? We don't have anything. However, we are going to do what was it called? It was the first round of somethings. They sent me some bits and like I tagged them in Protestant. I got t-shirts and pencils and hoodies and great things for some bits. And I used their products here and there and it was amazing. Fell in love with all of them. I think I had almost every single one they had. And yeah, I would recommend them and push them to the day I die. I don't get anything out of it now, but their products are just amazing. And the people that I've worked with, they're absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Just very, customer service oriented and phenomenal products. And I, tested a couple of their prototypes. Was it the eye cutter?
Oh, the
And
new eye cutter
things,
that we have.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, this is good, but there could be some improvements on it. And they made improvements on it. And it's a phenomenal product.
That's cool. I love hearing that the people that Jody taps into from Sabretooth, she
Mm-hmm.
has such great eyes of the talent out there and she loves working with the community. So that's really cool. Like, obviously I work with them too, but like it's nice to hear about companies that see talent, seek people out for their like straight and honest opinions and actually do something with those and continue to modify your product. So that's awesome to hear that you've had that great relationship. I've only
Yeah,
had great things to say. Like I give Jody all the props. She takes care of that main office. She takes care of shipping and tool, like all marketing, everything. And it's a cool place to be associated with. I love that.
oh yeah, she's amazing. A while ago, one of my like first t-shirts from them like wore out or I got too fat for it or something because I like food. I was like, hey, I want another t-shirt and can you please send me one? Like, because they used to be on the website and they're not anymore.
Yeah, she just gets them by request now. Yeah.
And before you knew it, I had more in my mailbox. I'm like, I love you. And because I mean, it's just they're not a t-shirt company and they still just went a little extra mile. And I
Mhm.
mean, I love them because they're comfortable and I like things that say I like sawdust or I make
Yeah.
sawdust.
I do
But
love wearing
they're
them. I do. The green and the black too. I mean, that's what you're wearing right now too, which is funny.
oh yeah, I guess well,
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
uniform.
yeah. Well, and if I don't have my work clothes, my nice clothes become my work clothes, and now I don't have any nice clothes. Everything's got glue and oil and holes and sap and like these are my
It's
nice pants. They're still almost blue.
True. Yep, I get that. It's to the point like because I work with Carhartt, right? I don't want to have to go back and ask them for a new shirt because I've just stained it like 10 times and I can't wear it. So I get to the point where I'll put like aprons on to eat. And like my husband laughs at me. I'm like, I have to try to have at least like a few good shirts because the struggle is real. It's like if I
It's
don't mess them up in the shop, it's because I had a salad and dressing got me, It's like
yeah.
it's tough when you film yourself all the time. It's just like people notice things. My sister's like, "Hey, could you have gotten a lint brush today and maybe got those dog hairs off of you?" I'm like, "You bitch."
This is my pet glitter. Leave me alone.
My pet glitter. This is my sawdust glitter. This is my pet glitter. Mm.
Mhm.
Man, I love that you found this later in life though. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's
Mhm.
so cool. And then just having it come into your life, continue to bring different avenues of interest and jobs that you can do, and then being able to balance that with life. Like, what a blessing. And
Oh yeah, for sure.
to be able to continue to do that, even through like having a traumatic accident and going back and read through, learning everything,
just shows how resilient you are, that you're not gonna like, you're a fighter. Like, we like tell that already. It's like you're not gonna let that hold you back from what you found and love now.
I'm not sure I'm a fighter. I'm just ornery, and my kids say I'm stubborn, but I don't think they're right.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. I could tell you were stubborn before I met you on this. It's good. It's fine. Best people are stubborn. They're gonna, like I said, like you're gonna keep working that piece of wood until it looks right, right? You know, like it's a fight. It's a battle of stubbornness to get
It
the job
is. It
done.
is.
I've talked to enough people to see a stubborn talent. Well,
Well,
seriously,
that's a good way to be considered stubborn. It's a good compliment. Thank you.
it is. No, I like it. I mean, it's a trait. It's a trait that translates into art. Like,
Mhm.
I'm sure there's things that you're stubborn on that your husband can't stand, but this is a good one.
Yeah,
Also, props to him. I saw all your posts saying that he's in there taking care of the chains and cleaning up sawdust too. Like the support system, it makes everything possible. That's huge.
yeah. Oh, yeah. He was amazing with it. Like he bought me my first chainsaw, and it was never. You can't do that. No, he does come in. And he's like, "You're going to chop your leg off, maybe." But yeah, he has always been amazing with it, and I can fix some things on my chainsaws out of necessity. But if I blow something up on them, which I do a lot because saws
Mm.
are not made to do what we do with them. I blew up a clutch on one of my saws, and I went and got the parts. And saw shop is like, "What were you doing? We have never seen this before." I don't know. I'm working it.
Legit,
But
this is
he's
why I've never gotten into chainsaw carving because my husband couldn't fix it if he needed to. Number one, I hate fixing things. So I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. And also, I really want to be a chainsaw carver because it looks so damn fun.
Oh, it is so much fun. I have been known to just buy a new chainsaw because he wasn't
Yes,
home to fix it. So
naturally.
oh yeah, because why not? Who doesn't need a new chainsaw? So his work rotates. He's a gold miner,
Okay.
and he's a mechanic at a
At a gold
he's a
mine.
yeah, he's a supervisor of the mechanics at a gold mine.
Good for
But
him.
he knows how to fix everything, and so he works nights here and there. And he knows better when he comes home than to wake me up, because I need my sleep, and I'm not a nice person in the morning. And so he'll come home and he'll fix up all my chainsaws, make sure they're all gassed and oiled, and my chains are sharp. And like I have fixed next to nothing. I clean next to nothing on them. He takes care of all of it for me. And it's never like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that." Now, if he's gone, yeah, I just buy a new chainsaw and put it on the shelf. And then he's like, "Hey, where'd this saw come from? I don't know what you're talking about. I've had that forever."
It's a write-off, honey. It's a write-off. Shh.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's been amazing with that. It's never you probably get some of the same comments, "You can't do that," or not that specifically, but my husband would never let me do that. Um, Pardon me?
Yeah.
I am the most accident prone person on the face of the earth. I dislocated my arm 2 days ago sitting on the couch. So, or three, and he has never once said, "You can't do that." It's said, "Yeah, I'll show you how." And if he doesn't, he knows I'm gonna go figure it out, and I'm probably gonna figure it out wrong. So he's
My husband's more of
absolutely
a,
amazing with that.
all right, go have fun. I have no idea or no interest of what you're gonna do and don't care. Enjoy. Like, cool that you can do it. I'll be over here
Yeah, he's
decompressing and playing a video game and chilling with our kids, which is a
oh,
huge
well, that's
help.
nice too. Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah. That's how my husband
Uh,
helps. He takes care of our kids and our household and make sure that's running for us. And like I make sure our kids get places and food is in the house and cooked. Like it's a really nice balance and I'm so grateful for it. Like I could see doing this on my own if I did not have kids, but with kids and having a partner that is 100% with me on this, we may
mhm.
battle over time because management sucks. Like, gotta go to this game, gotta go to this, gotta go to that. But
Mhm.
like, just to know that he's there and supports me fully has made it possible for me to do these sleeps. He bought me this computer that we're talking on right now because, 10 years ago when I met him, I really needed a computer because it was about to die, and he believed in me and like got me a new computer because that shit ain't cheap, So it's amazing. And I think you froze.
No, yeah,
I
yeah, we're good. We're good in now.
was like, and then
Yeah,
I think you froze.
I did. I understood what you were saying though, but yeah, internet here sucks too.
That's
So
okay. We're all done anyways. But
yeah,
yeah,
it makes
it's
it.
crazy. It makes all the
Yeah, it does.
difference.
Oh yeah, I couldn't do what I'm doing without him. It was a change because he's not a person that can sit down and just relax. Like he doesn't. He's always doing something at all
Mm-hmm.
times. He can't sit down on the couch and just chill. We don't do that. And so now he takes care of the younger kids when needed, or runs them to hockey because we were doing that 19 times a day, or rifle or whatnot.
We have soccer
Or
and karate.
yeah, and it's never ending. And when
Yep.
we're gone during hockey season, we're gone from 1:30 in the afternoon till about 10 o'clock at night with kids sports.
Yeah.
And so him running around and doing that when I need is amazing. And cooking dinner if I just don't feel like it, or if I am, we all have
Yeah.
deadlines we have to meet,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, he's great with that. So he supports me and all of that, and fixes all my tools, and never scoffs when a lot more tools just happen to show up. Don't know where they come from.
Yeah. Mysterious.
But I do the same. I mean, I kind of do the same for him too. I
Yeah,
remember
exactly.
once I went and bought a lot of tools, and we normally discuss big purchases ahead of time, but I needed it and I wanted it, so I bought it. And it's like, man, I have to tell him about this when he comes home. I don't want to. It's like, so I bought some tools today. Like, I don't remember, it's a few $100s worth. And he looks at me and goes, oh, good, because I did the same thing. Oh, phew.
Safe on this one.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you for coming out and making the time to hang out. It was awesome. Like, I've been wanting to do this forever, so I'm glad we were able
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah. Well, I've been trying to do it for 4 months, but lining up schedules.
It's tough, and then I canceled on you, you canceled on me. It's good. We did it though. We
Yeah,
made it
we
happen.
made it to the finish line.
Perfect. Well, have a great day. I have to go get my children out from school.
All right, well, have fun.
Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.
I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed getting to know Amanda. She was so much fun, and we did get into a pretty heavy carving discussion, which I did cut out a good portion of, as I mentioned earlier. But definitely check out some of the artists on Sabretooth's channel. They are so creative and so talented. I fall in love with them all the time. I'm like, look at that. Crazy. About me, what's going on in my life? I have been crazy. I have been remodeling my house. I have been trying to get more focused on YouTube and my project with kids with autism. And I've just been taking a lot of different side hustles to kind of build up my shop with tools that I need to, accomplish all of those things. So I've been a little busy bee. I'm trying to get episodes out whenever I can because podcasting is still one of the things that I love most. I absolutely love doing it, and I have fallen so behind in my editing that I'm almost there. I have one more to go that I have pre-recorded, and then I can actually think about doing a schedule for future episodes with people and start booking those out. I've been afraid to book anything with anybody because I dreaded having to edit that afterwards. So thank you again for listening. Thanks for hanging out, and make sure you're following me and Amanda on all the social channels so that way you don't miss out on our next pieces. Thanks and have a great day.